Celebrity deaths is not something that we are new to. Welcome guys to this channel, and if you're returning, thank you for coming. If you're new, subscribe. Don't even ask why, just click on that bell button already after subscribing so you'll be notified when we have new updates for you. Now, like I was saying, celebrity death is something that is not new in the country. We have in years past lost celebrities every year. I mean, sometimes losing as many as 2-3 in a month. Especially this first quarter of 2024, it's been trying for Nigeria, and with the advent of social media and everything just being on here, it's been a lot. But for this video, I have gone way back, and this is like a refresher course, I know, on death. We are going to be talking about Nollywood actors that we have lost since 2010. So I'm just going to be mentioning them and telling you the cause of death. Just follow along. And I'm sure that you're going to be like, oh, I didn't know this person was gone. Oh, it's been so long, we lost this person. That's going to happen. And please don't come and mention, why did you not mention this person? Maybe, especially the person is not an actor or an actress. Because I'm talking about Nollywood stars, not just, entertainers or celebrities as the but there's an actor or an actress that I did not mention. Of course, let's talk in the comment section. But yeah, let's roll. In 2010, we lost Tong Oni to sickness. In 2011, we lost Sam Loko Efe to lung complications and Ashley Wosu to liver complications. These were OGs before the OGs that we have now. Now, in 2012, we lost Bisi Komolafe to maternal issues. At the time she died, I actually didn't know, I didn't know that she died at the point of birth. I didn't know that, but yes, Komolafe died in 2012, and somebody posted her picture recently, and it reminded me of her. And they were like, if she was here now, she would be the baddie of the baddies. That lady was sweet. God continue to rest her soul. Also in 2012, we lost Pete Eneto, legs being amputated, typical to something we had quite recently. In 2013, we lost Dr. Sid's father, Justus Esiri. He had diabetes and he passed on. In 2014, we lost Amaka Igwe. Yes, she died. She had asthma and complications arose from that, and she passed on. And we also lost Clems Onyeka to stray bullets back in 2014. In 2015, we lost Nollywood's bad boy, Mona Obiekwe, to kidney disease. This man's story was one that actually really did something to me, especially since it was carried here and there. And he even had pastors intervene, he had governors intervene until he eventually passed on. So a lot of persons actually rallied around to try to save this young man's life, but he passed. In 2016, we lost Iyako Bonvita. We lost sorry, I don't know why I left at that, but yes, in 2016, we lost Buki Ajayi to natural cause. She was very aged. We also lost Festus Agwebo to a brief illness. In 2017, we lost Yoruba actress Moji Olaiya. Hers was one that also shook a lot of persons. It was quite unexpected. She did not die in the country. She, left a little child behind who is all grown now, and we are glad that she has a whole community of persons, taking care of her. That same 2017, we lost Adeshino Adesonya. That's Baba Jidara. We lost him to kidney failure. And if you look at what I'm saying, if you look at how this is progressing, you will see that most of the persons that we've lost have been to one illness or the other. Very few are natural causes. And all of these guys also, they have at one point or the other called for Nigerians to come and help them. Do you understand? Aside from those whose death just shook us and we didn't see coming and whatnot, or maybe like very brief illnesses, people that had liver complications, lung cancers, lung complications, things like that, they have at one point or the other asked for help. And since way before, since as far back as 2012, they've been asking about health insurance for our actors and actresses. What is the plan for them, when they retire, or when they are no longer actively, on our screens, or when they are not getting job calls as often as they were? What's the plan for them? Because it just seemed like all of them just go to being very average member of the societies who have nothing to show for their years of wealth and fame. But now that we are seeing these guys have physical wealth, like they are showing us things, it's like, are you guys really preparing? Because even at that, we see all of these guys that, I mean, I'm going to come to that as you move closer in years to recent time. We see guys who had a lot of things going on for them, and then they have one. I mean, I understand that in Nigeria, it is said that a lot of persons are just one illness away from being dead broke. A lot of persons are just one illness. I mean, we pray we don't. We are a very optimistic nation. We hope to not see emergencies, to not have emergencies, but you have funds that you've kept for emergencies because at one point or the other they will happen. Do you have, I don't want to get into that. Let's just continue talking about, but I mean, just seeing the sequence of events and how it's always one illness or the other that takes these amazing persons from us. It's quite something to talk about. But yes, let's move. What year were we at? We just finished talking about Adeshina Babaji Dara that died of kidney failure back in 2017. 2017 also saw the death of Olumide Bakare to lung disease. He was, I mean, I think one of his most iconic roles was his role in the movie Mami that featured Funke Akindele, and is it Wale Ojo now? Wale Ojo. I usually mix them. I think he is Wale Ojo. That featured the Mami. Then it was the father who was a ritualist. I can't not mention his name and not see him in that movie. But yes, we lost Olumide Bakare to lung disease as far back as 2017. We also lost Adebayo Falete in 2017 to asthma. We lost Obi Madrigal also to acute disease back in. I mean, acute disease, that's just brief illness. It was just very briefly, and he died in 2017. In 2018, we lost Aisha Abimbola. I'm sure some of you do not even know that this lovely lady is no longer with us. In 2019, we lost Henry Okoro to a car accident. In 2020, we lost Frank Dallas. Let that sink in because I did not even know he was gone. Yeah, we lost Frank Dallas to a heart attack back in 2020. 2021 also saw us lose a lot of OGs in the industry, people that have been there for years. We lost Ernest Asuzu to stroke. This man also struggled to live. He had people rally around him for him to live, but eventually he passed on, and also begs to question, what were the plans? Now, from Ernest Asuzu, we lost Bruno Iwoha to diabetes. We lost Jim Lawson to heart disease. We lost Fred Ade Williams of Tinsel, that is Victor Olauton. We lost him to prolonged illness, apparently several years ago while going to set of Tinsel. Amstel Motors Tinsel, showing on AMV, Africa Magic rather. He was in an accident that affected his health, and he had been managing it for a long time. It all came to a head in 2021. People asked for funds, but nothing could save him. We lost Fred Ade Williams, that's Victor Olauton, in 2021. We also lost Rachel Oniga to heart disease. Apparently, Rachel also had been suffering from heart disease, and she's been managing it and been doing well with it, but it also caught up with her in 2021, and her death actually shocked because it was when Shola Shipwale came back, a lot of persons were talking about that from 2019 2018. Rachel Oniga was also doing a comeback as the OG. She had just featured in Bobby's Village, My Village People, that 2021. The movie was hot and she just passed on. Also, we lost Ada Jesus in 2021 to cardiac arrest and some unknown illness sort of. Now let's go to 2022, and we are closer to the years that some heavy people left us. Yes, 2022, we lost Leo Meze to kidney failure. We lost Ada Ame. It's been 2 years now that Ada Ame had passed on. We lost her to heart attack. She had come out to say all has not been well with her. She had lost her daughter prior. She did not have a husband. She's come to say that she's been dealing with a lot of mental stress. She's not been able to meet up with some targets that she has for, brands she's working for, and they're on her neck. A lot has been going on with her. And I'm just, for whatever reason, I'm happy that the last post she put out on social media was of her having a merry time. You know, she was not even in Lagos State where she passed on. She was in a different place. She had danced, she had eaten, and then she just slumped, and that was it. But at least she had a merry time before I had to give up on her. Now let's move to 2023, just this previous year. And we lost Cynthia Okereke. Yes, this very dark Nollywood woman who used to be Aki and Papa's mothers back in the day, to high blood pressure. A lot of persons have said that since outside of Sam Loco dying back in 2012, 2011, Ake and Popo has in recent years lost a lot of persons that they grew with in the industry. People that were their mothers, that were their fathers. Starting from Ada Ame back in 2022 and just moving, they've been losing important persons to their story. And a lot of our childhood legends are going before our very eyes. There really is nothing we can do about it, but yeah, it's just quite painful to see. Now, 2022, what am I saying? 2023, Cynthia Okereke left us. Saint Obi left us in 2023 also to undisclosed illness. Apparently, he had family issues. His wife left him. That one has been struggling. He didn't tell nobody, and then he eventually passed on. We also lost Dejimo Lewis to brief illness. We lost Murphy Afolabi to head injuries. His one was a shock. He slept in his bathroom. That was the end. And recently, pictures and videos have been surfacing of his final resting place, with them saying, it's not properly kept. A lot of persons who came out to say, we're going to be supporting, the things he left behind, because he had a building project he was doing, had things he was doing before he passed on. But we've not seen continuation on those things, and people are beginning to call out his friends and colleagues that were really saddened by his passing, saying, what are you guys doing to continue to honor the legacy of our CCC actor Murphy Afolabi, who gave us a lot of memes in his lifetime. God continue to rest him. Also, last in 2023, we lost Dejo Tumfulu. Also, he was sick briefly, and that was it. Now, let's move on to 2024. 2024 has shown us Shigeo. Guy, we don't even lie. We've seen things happen in 2024. We lost Quadri, Sisi Quadri. Yes, back in March of 2022. It was briefly, in fact, according to eyewitnesses, they said this man did not even say he was sick. He said he had hiccups. He went to the hospital. They said they were injecting him with stuff, and he was like, nothing is wrong with me. I want to be going to my house safe. But before we know what was happening, they were taking his dead body out of that hospital. He never made it back home. He was just 44 years old. I feel like 2024, we've lost a lot of young persons. Right, we lost Quadri, just 44 years old. We lost Junior Pope, who was not even 40, and some other crew members to a boat accident, boat mishap while on a movie set. It's still very much sad to talk about. It's still a very heavy topic to talk about. We pray God continue to rest the souls of these ones. We also lost Jumoke Aderonmo, 40 years old, to a brief illness. We really didn't know what happened to her. She just went offline, off the radar, and then the next thing we've heard is she's gone. We lost Mr. John Okafor. Mr. Ibu, we lost him to several things, complications, but eventually he died of an heart attack. We also lost Mr. Munachi. He had also been sick. He had kidney disease. He had also called for help. That's the thing. All of this guy, even Jumoke Aderonmo, that you can say has, was also shocking because we didn't hear. Our brother said they asked for help. Nobody came to help them. It's like, why is it that at every point they have to resort to, soliciting for public funds? I'd just like to hear your opinions concerning that. And also, we continue to mourn the demise of, these amazing persons that over the years have passed on. We pray that God continues to rest their soul. God continues to keep the people they have left behind, the work they have left behind, and continues to give them the fortitude to, meander this life without their loved one. Because grief is something that you don't just process, in a short while and then it goes. It's something that lasts forever. Empress in Jama, who was Ada Eme's very close friend, is still mourning at her now. She still posts, sad videos and pictures of Ada Ame that passed, almost 2 years ago. It still happens. You will always carry a part of your loved one if you know what grief is. So we pray that God continues to console them. Anyways, we've come to the end of this very heavy video. Like it if you enjoyed this, share family and friends, and if there's somebody you did not know as pastor and I mentioned, you can let us know in the comment section. If I missed somebody, you can of course let us know in the comment section. I would really like to meet with you there. All right, guys.